Hi everyone, so I'm Genevieve, your soul mentor, and I am creating this YouTube to answer the questions that you all asked me live via Facebook. So I asked last night to ask the angels and I anything, and that I would answer the questions tomorrow. So I'm just going to get all of the comments up so that I can see everyone's questions. And I'm going to use two oracle decks that I created. So here we've got the Angel Blessings Oracle cards, and here we have the Awakening Spirit Oracle cards. And we're going to use a mix of them. We're going to connect with the angels. And I'm going to do my best to bring through the guidance that will really land within your heart space. That's going to give you some comfort and hope and hopefully clarity on whatever it is that is seeking clarity currently. So I'm going to start with Jenny McGill McManus. Okay, your question. I feel a lot of the time I lack so much knowledge on my path and compare myself to others. Imposter syndrome sets in. I am not enough. I feel I'm trying too hard to find my purpose and not getting anywhere. So just to mirror back to you, like you're already aware that you're feeling that you're lacking in some way, that you're feeling like you're an imposter, that you're feeling that you're not enough, that you feel that you're trying too hard. And it's possible that, yeah, you probably are trying too hard. You're striving, you're pushing, and probably not resting into yourself enough and into your own sacred gifts that already exist within you. I'm going to see what the angels want to say to you in order to help you with this imposter syndrome, this feeling of lack, this feeling of not being aligned with your purpose. First of all, I want to say that we are always purposeful. We are always connected to our purpose, regardless. It could be your expectation around what you feel your purpose should or should not be that is actually preventing you from feeling expansive and open and receptive to the life that wants to reveal itself to you. So the first card I get is one about healing embrace. This angel is a very healing card. It's Archangel Raphael that is stepping forward to answer this question for you. And in this moment, Raphael is offering you a healing embrace. He's offering you his presence and wants you to take a moment so that you can actually feel the gift of his presence in your life. Raphael comes in to heal our hearts, of any betrayal that we may have felt. Every time you feel that you lack in some way, every time you feel unworthy, every time you feel like an imposter within your own body, within your own light, within your own soul, every time you feel that you do not have purpose, you self-betrayal. You betray yourself. You lack compassion for yourself. You forget how incredibly perfectly made you have always been for the purpose of the life that you lead and the life that you live. So Angel Raphael is really about resting into softness, gentleness, compassion, so that all of those hard edges from all of those stories that you tell yourself continuously about who and what you are, all of those stories that have expectations and judgments attached to them about what is purpose, are just going to dissolve in this moment into Raphael's healing embrace so that you can start to open your heart and really feel the gift of who you are and what you are beyond the stories that you keep telling yourself. That is the gift that Raphael wishes to bring you right now. The next card is the angels remind you of your divinity. So they're looking to remind you of your divinity, of like, my God, like, if human beings could see themselves through the light of creation, if human beings could see themselves through the eyes of divinity, if human beings could see how incredibly beautiful their soul light, their frequency, their vibrational energy is, we would never doubt in our capacity to bring through our gifts as a human being on this planet. And so this is a reminder to you, Jenny, of your divinity. This is a reminder that your angels are with you. This is a reminder that you're worthy, that you're loved, that you're held, that you have purpose. Your ability to really tap into that will happen when you release the limiting beliefs around your expectation of what that should look like. You will stop comparing yourself to others when you look at others as having more than. You will stop comparing yourself to others when you recognize that what you see in others is a reflection of what you already are. So that is my answer to Jenny. Now I want to move on to Laura McLaughlin. So Laura, are you on the right path? What do the angels want to share with Laura? Are you on the right path? Let us see. Personal power. The angels bless you with personal power. The angels want to remind you of the personal choices that you're making right now. And are you making them from a place of empowerment or disempowerment? You're surrounded by this purple energy. Purple is all about awakening. Purple is all about enlightenment. Purple is all about illumination, power, trust, and higher consciousness, higher guidance. So you're being reminded of your own ability to course correct and to put you on the path that is right and true for you. It feels like you're being asked to just open up and spread your wings a bit further, to actually trust in your ability to create a path that feels empowered, that feels true, that feels right. The next card, that there is positive thoughts. What is happening within the mind, Laura? They want to bring you to your thoughts, to the mind. They want to clear away the doors that you keep closing on yourself. Actually, they're showing me all of these doors. You've closed doors to past versions of yourself, past realities, realities that no longer serve who you are now and who you are becoming. And they want to remind you of the power of thought, the power of your ability to think yourself out of a situation that might feel stuck or stagnant. They want to remind you of the power of your own being that's beyond these limitations. I'm feeling for you. It's almost like when you speak out what you want, you nearly swallow it back and contract. It's almost like the minute you speak to your dream, you swallow it back down and put it away for safekeeping because you don't trust yourself to bring it all the way through to actualization. So the angels are saying to you, they're reminding you of the power of your mind, the power of your thoughts, the power of your own personal guidance and the guidance system that exists within you. If you can just remember what you're made of, who you are, what exists within you, what you've already overcome in this life. And remember that you were the one that overcame that. You were the one that changed and rerouted and created the path forward. So to answer your question, are you on the right path? I would say absolutely yes. Does it feel stable beneath your feet right now? Absolutely not. There is still like foundational bricks that you need to build so that you can actually stabilize and center before you take the next step. You need to be mindful of your thoughts in order to move forward, and you need to remember about what actually lives in here, what already exists within you. So that's my answer to Laura. So let me see now what is, so I've got Claire here from Inner Balance Energy Healing. What is the next step for me in my career regards to my healing? So that could mean two things, Claire. So it could mean like your personal healing or regards to your own path as a healer. Okay. So I'm going to answer it from the career perspective because you put career in there. Okay. So some cards just dropped out there. You know, they were. Let me see. So, okay. So those cards were Jenny's cards, and that's why I put them there. So what's next for you is opening them of the heart. You're on a journey where you're opening up your heart, where you're communicating with your heart, where you're listening to your heart, where you're feeling the resonance of your heart take the lead. So it feels to me that the angels are there. They're supporting you in the expansion of your own heart's wisdom. So what is next for you is trusting in the journey that you have actually stepped upon. It's about communicating about your journey. It's about sharing about your journey. It's about sharing your story as to why you want to be this person for other people. What is your drive? What is compelling you to become the person that you're becoming right now? It's time to start communicating your heart, to communicating what's opening up within you, what is awakening within you. And the heart, it's again, this card is about heart whispers bring joy to you. So the next step for you is opening the heart and really receiving its messages with joy, with an open-hearted innocence, with full trust. And it's about communicating that with those around you. The more you can be in the lightness of your own heart, Claire, the more your own career will expand and grow. Who have I got next? So we've got Ailish, your question is huge and it's around Gaza, and I want to answer that last. So I'm going to come back to that soon. So Alexandra, you feel a daughter is on the way. You don't know when, but I feel it. Will it be in this lifetime? Okay. When we feel a child around us, its energy is already there and available to us. And if we're feeling that energy there, usually it is close to coming into play in this life. So, what are the angels saying for you? Okay. So you're being invited into shadow work in and around this journey of becoming a mother, to a daughter. Okay. Love the shadows within you. This card is inviting you into your fears around becoming a mother to a daughter. This card is inviting you into your fears around your capacity to actually carry a call in a daughter to your womb and carry it through into full term. It's asking you, the angels are asking you to rise above your limitations. What are the limitations that you're feeling right now? What is your fears around conception? What is that? That's what the angels are bringing you to. If you can meet the fears around the actual conception and meet the shadow parts that are rising within that for you, then you will be able to understand this journey that this child, this daughter wants to take you on as a mother, as a woman, as a divine feminine on this planet. That child is available. I can feel that soul with you. I can feel that child with you. And I feel that even before conception happens, there is a journey that you will take to call her through. And so if you make that journey, if you take that journey, then it's very possible that yes, this daughter could come into your life in this lifetime. I have Eileen Young. What is in store for me health-wise? What is in store for you health-wise? Okay, well, what have we got here? Right, what I'm being called to say to you, Eileen, right? And it's the calm card, right? So I'm being brought straight to your sacral and straight to your solar plexus, okay? I am being brought to the stress within the solar plexus, and I am being brought to discomfort within the sacral. And the angels are saying that they want to bring you into a state of calm. It's like they want to almost rewire your nervous system. So what is there for you regarding your health is an opportunity for you to feel and explore ways that you can actually calm your entire nervous system so that you can actually feel your body on a new level. You know, I'm being brought straight to the heart. They're holding your heart right now, right? They're holding your solar plexus right now. They're asking, I'm also getting the clarity card. So it feels like health-wise for you, it really depends on how clear you get about the steps that you must take and about how much you can care for yourself and bring a sense of calm into your heart, into your body, into your well-being. And so if you can find a way to get clear on what it is that you need to do and calm down, it feels like you really need to calm down. And when you calm down, you will feel clarity. And this will help you on your health journey that you're currently on. It feels whatever is going on with your health is directly linked to the amount of stress that you have experienced in your life. And it's about managing that stress and that overwhelm so that you can reverse the healing journey that you're on so that you can start to feel more well. I can feel how tired I'm feeling, very tired as I tune into your energy. They keep bringing me here to the heart space. And it feels like, wow, how long? So I just want to take a minute. It really feels like you really you have to absolutely redirect all of the ways that you care for yourself, from what you eat to what you consume, to how you rest, to how you move. It feels like everything that you've been doing to this point just will not work anymore. And so what's in front of you health-wise is really down to you getting very clear on how you can care for yourself better. Who have we got next? So we have Linda Wilson. Am I fearing what I need to do, or am I reluctant to conform to external expectations? Okay, Lindsay, let's see. So for you, Lindsay, I actually don't feel I don't feel fear in your field. I feel that you know exactly what you need to do, and that once you do that, a lot of healing will come into your life, and you will feel strong in your own inner sense of authority, and you're already feeling that strong sense within you that's guiding you forwards. It's already guiding you, and it actually fills you with joy at the idea of going against the grain and standing true in your own sense of self and sovereignty right now. So to answer your question, no, I don't feel that you fear what you need to do. I feel that you know exactly what you need to do, and that even if there is external pressure, it's not that big a deal. It's like noise that you can just shut the door to and move towards your own joy. That's what I'm feeling. So that's what I feel for you, Lindsay. Let me know if it makes sense. Mel is asking, what do I need to know right now? So Mel Diamond, what do you need to know right now? What does Mel need to know right now? Right, Mel, I get an instant feeling where almost like I took a big deep breath in. It's like you need to remember to breathe, right? It's almost like it feels sometimes like you can't breathe. I'm being brought to the lungs, and what we hold in the lungs is grief. And it feels thick and palpable and almost like panic. It feels like panic. What you need to do to move beyond the panic, to move beyond the grief, is you need to remember what it is to bring color back into your life. It's like the angels want you to play. They want you to play. They want you to remember your magic. They want you to, it's like almost like you're in a cocoon, like a metamorphosis, it's like you're almost the butterfly, almost ready to take flight, and then you panic and you stop breathing and you stop moving. It's like you won't allow yourself to play and feel joy. You feel immense guilt. And they want to lift it up. They want to lift it away from your heart. They want to lift it away from your lungs. And they want to remind you that you can play, that there is power in the energy of play for you right now. There is power in remembering how to bring color and fire and passion and pleasure back into your life. And that's what I'm feeling for you, Mel. So Nia, will the cove I live on be protected from the barging of heavy equipment? So what I'm being brought to there is they want to remind you of your ability to cultivate abundance, to cultivate security within your own field, within your own self, that you are an abundance of life force, of energy that can create an actual shield and barrier to anything that you desire. You do this when you are calm. You do this when you're connected to your sacral. You do this when you're connected to the solar energy that resides within you. They want to remind you of the power that exists within your physical vessel and your energetic field. So to answer the question, I feel if you can remember how to access that energy and use it, then yeah, you can absolutely create a barrier protection within the cove that you live. Jade McLaughlin is asking, is everything going to work out the way I hope? So Jade, let me see, is everything going to work out the way you hope? They want you, this is a confidence card, right? So Jade, what they want to remind you of is how to be confident, how to be assertive, how to create a boundary, how to hold yourself in a secured, centered space where you are direct, where you ask for what you need, where you ask for what you want, where you do not undermine yourself in order to make another happy. It's like they want to elevate you and elevate your confidence so that you can ground yourself and feel secure in your life. When you feel this confidence arise and you feel secure, the angels want to gift you your deepest wishes. Those wishes for security, those wishes for love, those wishes for companionship and your heart to be held with gentleness and love. And this will come to you when you find a level of confidence that remembers what you deserve. And yeah, so that's the answer that they want me to share with you. Helen Doherty wants to know, can I be everything I am meant to be? Can any of us be everything we're meant to be? It's such a big question, Helen Doherty. What can I be everything that I am meant to be? So this one is for you, and this is about retreat, rethink, and then respond. In order to be everything that you want to be, it's going to require that you pause. It's going to require that you retreat and you rethink and then you respond to life. This is about taking your time. This is about a sacred pause. This is about an in-between moment before you take action. This is about creativity, passion, and it's about remembering that you actually have everything that you need inside of you to be everything that you're here to be. You're already everything that you're here to be. You are already that. I feel like the angels are wrapping their beautiful wings right around you and holding you with such tenderness, with such care, and almost very gently. You know, it's like they want to take that child part of you, that child part that believed that she was already everything, and bring that innocence back to life in your heart space. So the message for you, Helen, is to retreat, rethink, and then respond. So whatever is coming up for you, excuse me, it feels like something's clearing in this moment just as we speak. And I felt that clear from the solar plexus. You may have felt it come up and clear on your behalf as well. And I would be interested to hear. But Helen, that is what the angels wanted you to hear. Tori, hearken, how can I stop the actions and negativity of a family member from getting to me and making me sad on a daily basis? Let's see. How can you stop that from happening? Okay, so the angels are bringing in healing to this situation, right? Um, I feel like what I'm seeing here is a child at the center of everything. And I'm seeing like protective people around this child. And it feels very much like the energy around this, it stems and roots from issues in childhood, right? So in order to repel the negativity, they want you to root into that part of your childhood that felt the most wounded by this type of behavior. Because when you can root into that, you will naturally begin to repel it because you'll understand it, you'll receive its gift. You'll understand why this feels so limiting and so difficult for you right now. So this feels like you're being invited to rise above illusionary limitations. So you're being asked to rise above and also to meet the child in you, that this experience is hitting one of your core wounds, one of your core nerves within you that is very highly sensitive to this type of behavior, which is why it's making you sad on a daily basis currently. And so the angels are bringing you through this guidance so that you can begin to feel compassion for that part of you that still feels very vulnerable to this pattern of behavior that has hurt you, not just now as an adult person, but as a child. And so this is an opportunity for some deep inner child work. And if you can find somebody to do that work with, then that will help you navigate this experience so that it doesn't impact you to the degree that it is currently. Joanne Powell, what do I need to know at this time? Let's see. What do you need to know, Joanne? What does Joanne need to know, angels, at the minute? Let me see. They want you to know that it's important for you to embrace all of your experiences right now. Because in embracing all of the experience, so this is this card here, I don't know if you can see it very well. They want you to embrace all of your experiences because that's what's opening your heart space right now. You know, this is not about deciding what experience is more worthy of love or joy or celebration. This is about allowing yourself to open up and really receive all of the experiences in your life and allow them to open the heart, to nurture the heart, to break the heart open, even if that's through experiences that are challenging or difficult. In embracing all of life, you're actually embracing all of you. And that's what the angels want you to know right now. Caroline Vesey, I hope I said that right. So Caroline, you're asking, where is my art journey taking me? Oh, hopefully into the joy of your soul, the innocence of your inner child. Hopefully it's into all of those beautiful places. I had a moment today actually where my inner maiden really, I felt I was tidying up some space in my kitchen. I was tidying up a lot of my art materials and all of the jars and paintbrushes and all of the materials. And I had a moment of grief for my inner maiden. All my maiden wanted to do was paint and create and dance. And I I have stopped painting of late. I haven't painted in a very long time. And I had a moment of grief in regards to that. And it's Beltane, it's like that energy, it brings up the maiden energy, the innocence, the playfulness. But let's look at what the angels want you to know around your own art journey. Let me say. Okay. Right. So what they want you to know is that you are to take it's taking you to inspired action. What does this card mean? It's taking you in directly into that sacral energy, sacral healing energy, and right up through the solar plexus, right? It's opening you up, it's expanding you, it's inspiring you, it's taking you towards action, and it's creating a spiral of inspiration within and around you. Your art journey is taking you home to the heart of you, right? And there you go. It's abundance. Your art journey is taking you to the abundance, that the prosperity of life, that inner wealth and outer wealth. It's going to take you on that place, into that place where, Caroline, you will feel the joy of creation and the abundance of joy and inspiration and prosperity that can come from honoring that into your life. It brings you to stillness. Your art journey brings you to stillness. It brings you to your center. It brings you to your calm. So that's where your art journey is taking you. And I hope that I'd love for you to share some of your art with me if you felt to, and with everyone else. So Julia, how will my connection to Tom and Spirit evolve and manifest in my work? So Julia, how will my connection to Tom and Spirit evolve and manifest in my work? Mm. How it will evolve, it's actually going to help you access higher levels of consciousness. It is going to inspire you continuously to move forward. It is going to gift you a new, I would say an elevated state of joy in your work, in your life, in your connection to spirit itself. It feels like it's giving you wings, expansion. So to answer it in a nutshell, this experience is going to give you new life. It's going to expand your consciousness. It's going to elevate your ability to feel joy in what you do and how you do it and in the way that you serve. I'm going to take a wee drink of my tea. I figured that it's time that I just started coming on and doing this. I'm not worrying about whether my house was quiet, whether my house was clean, whether I was even ready to come online. Dropping all of the perfections, all of the need to be on brand, whatever that is. Maybe my brand is just real and raw and unedited. Maybe that's me. And so, yeah, so Teddy, which is Claire, have the angels anything they want to say to me? Let's see, Claire. Let's see what the angels might want to say to you. Yes, the angels bless you with joy. Claire, I know you are pure joy, right? You are absolute joy in your heart, in your presence, in your ability to really see another human being as they are. Like, you really deeply see and love and bring joy where you go. You are very much supported by the angels. They're blessing you with guidance. If I was to share with you the colors that are surrounding you currently, it is oranges and pinks. And it's like it's like a really rich, I don't even know if I call it orange. It's like almost, like copper? It's a beautiful copper, but it's almost, there's gold within that as well. And this beautiful pink energy, and it is surrounding your heart, and it is helping you access the innocence of your own joy so that you can remember its lightness when life feels heavy or hard or challenging, the angels want to remind you that you're never alone. They know you know this, and sometimes you forget it. And so this is your reminder that you're never alone. They're always with you. And that joy that you feel in their presence is the gift that you bring to others. So that's the message they want to share with you. Let me see, we've got Denise Smith. Have I made the right decision and will I be okay? Denise, this is a big question that you're asking. So the angels are bringing you gentle transformation. And they are also asking you to rise above illusionary limitations. So they want you to be, they want to remind you of the right frame of mind. It's like they want to say to you that there is a sensible and logical approach that you can take right now that will support you beyond the limitations that you have decided are more important than the situation you're referring to right now. The limitations that you are feeling, you're placing upon yourself, is what they're saying. They want you to get very clear in your mind, very, very clear about what it is that you actually want. What is the outcome that you actually want and need? Because when you can recognize and understand the outcome fully, then that's when you're going to meet the transformation that you're seeking right now. They want you to trust that your journey, although unique to you, it requires that you trust other people also. It requires that you trust experiences that you wouldn't ordinarily trust. They want to gift you with the energy of positive thoughts. They want to remind you of the power of the mind and how it can impact your energy, your emotional field, your mental field, your physical body. So they want to remind you of the power of positive thoughts. They want to remind you of the power of trust and place some trust in other people. And they want to say that this is a journey of transformation that you are under right now, that you are taking. So there's a part of me that wants to say that absolutely, yeah, I do feel that you will be okay. And allow the angels to really guide you and make sure that you keep the logical side of yourself engaged right now, because the decisions that you make, they matter. They really matter. It feels like it's vital that you get quiet and that you tune out of everyone else's noise and everyone else's opinion. You drop into the heart of your own soul, your own inner wisdom, and you make your decisions from that place and that place only. And that's what I'm receiving for you. So I want to go back to Ailish's question. How do we save Gaza and the children of the world? When will this end? When will enough be enough for people? And what can I do? You would need to be the most cold-hearted, disconnected, disassociated person on the planet not to be feeling the grief of Gaza and its children right now. Right? We would need to be someone who just can't feel. And there's a sense of powerlessness that is sweeping across the whole planet right now. There is a sense of powerlessness. There is a sense of disempowerment. There is anger, there is grief, there is rage, and there is fear. There is so much fear. How do we save Gaza? We eradicate violence from the earth when we meet violence from inside of ourselves. We cannot heal a violent world while we still are violent towards each other. Every time we create a division, every time we play into the divisions that are created upon this earth, not by us, but by those who have placed themselves in positions of authority. When we allow those divisions to create hatred within our own hearts, rage within our own hearts, we become violent. We become perpetrators of violent energy. To eradicate violence on this planet, it means we must self-reflect. We must become self-responsible. We must become self-accountable. We must take a serious look at our own personal experience within our most intimate relationships and look at where we are violent in word, action, thought, where we are not fully aligned with love, peace in our own selves. We cannot change this planet if we keep fueling the energy of war, division. Do you know? We just can't. So I'm going to pull some cards here. When will be enough for people? You know, it'll become enough. Is it not enough already? Is what I want to say. Is it not enough already? Is it not enough already for each of us to take a serious look at ourselves? A real good, hard look at who we are as a human being? Is it not enough already that we can really take a good, hard look at how we conduct ourselves in this life? How do we mother? How do we brother, sister? How do we do community? How do we love? How do we express? How do we communicate? How do we pray? How do we come together? Or are we so fixated on ourselves and what we want, what we desire, on these egotistical desires for accumulating stuff for what? For what purpose? It's very easy for us to sit here in the West, removed from the horrors of what's happening there, and sit and go, what can I do to help? I feel so helpless. And do nothing really and truly about who we are and what we are. What we can do here is that we can look in here. We can ask our hearts what it is that I need to do as a human being to become a better human being on this planet. How do I evolve my own consciousness? How do I elevate my own heart? How do I become a better human being to the people around me? How do I love the stranger in the street? How do I pick up the ones that are hurting? Am I still judging myself as superior? Am I chasing dreams of superficial nonsense that mean nothing? Or am I contributing to this world in a way that truly makes a difference? How do I speak and communicate to the stranger in my town? How do I communicate and speak to my family when no one is looking? How do I love in my marriage? How do I love in my friendships? What do I do when someone asks me for help? Truth is, humanity is so self-absorbed, we forgot how to help each other. We have forgot how to be a community. We have forgot what it means to support one another. We have forgot what it means to truly elevate our consciousness into a place of peace and love. I cannot do anything about the war in Gaza because I'm one person, right? I can't. But I can do something about who I am as a human being. How can you help become a better human being? That's how we help. Become a better citizen of the earth. That's how we help. Become someone who doesn't turn a blind eye to those most in need. That's how we help. We don't help if we become even more fueled by hatred and rage and division and what's right and what's wrong. That does not help. The truth is, as a human being, I feel helpless around what's happening in Gaza. It makes me cry probably at least once or twice a day. I cannot think about those children without thinking about my own. I cannot think about those children without thinking about the mothers and the fathers and the suffering. And the truth is, humanity has suffered for thousands of years at the hand of war, at the hand of division, at the hands of religion, at the hands of power that has never truly wanted to serve us as a humanity. We don't self-inflict this. These are orchestrated to create division, to create harm, to create suffering, to create fear. And so we need to overcome these places and spaces on the inside so that we are not a perpetrator of suffering, so that we are not a perpetrator of fear, so that we are not a perpetrator of hatred, so that we are not a perpetrator of a consciousness that is stuck in this limited perspective of being powerless. There is more of us, like there is more humans on this earth that are fueled by love than hate. And yet we're still very divided and separated and self-absorbed. You know, we get over ourselves. Yeah, we get over ourselves and we start to reach out. If an opportunity comes to help someone in a position that is less than us, then we choose to help in any way that we can. So what do the angels want to say to that question? What do the angels want to say? And I don't even know what I said. I don't even know if it makes sense. But yeah, I just, my heart breaks on the regular for humanity and the destruction, you know, that we are all part of. The angels are asking us to look at this from a higher perspective, right? And yeah, from a soul place, you know, from a place that asks us to recognize that everything that happens on this planet is serving us as a whole in some way, in some way. And right now, this war in Gaza is awakening many, many hearts and souls to a level of this is not tolerable anymore. We cannot do this anymore. We will not do this anymore. It's like there are so many of us drawing a line in the sand of what we will and will not tolerate from governing bodies that consistently harm and create suffering for the men, women, and children, innocent men, women, and children. The whole world is in uproar and demanding that change happen, demanding that this stops. There is the voice of millions in that. That to me is power. That to me is a gift. And even though it is still happening and it's still ripping our hearts apart, we're still consciously saying no. Honestly, there's a part of me, what can we do? Sometimes I think what we can do as a humanity is if every man and woman just put down, just stop working, stopped doing anything that kept the world going round, apart from tending to our communities, right? But just stopped generating for that wheel of power, you know, if we just put all hands down and the whole world went on strike, every man and every woman across the globe stopped feeding the monster. But that would require that we all come together. That would require that we all take action on the same day. That would require that we all take action from the same level of consciousness. That would require that we move beyond our own self-absorption, our own self-survival, our own self, and we commune as a humanity. And I'm not sure that we're there yet, you know? I imagine sometimes all of the women of the world, all of the women that have sons, stepping forward and just saying, no, not my son, not today. You don't take my son today. You do not take my child today. And again, that would require that we all do it at the same time on the same day. You know, and the angels are bringing healing into the hearts of us all currently, actually. You know, there's a lot changing on our planet. There is a lot shifting. We are evolving from one level of consciousness into another. And it's fucking uncomfortable. It's really uncomfortable. We are actually seeing how horrendous we can be towards one another and how compassionate we can be for one another. The duality and the polarity, it all exists. It's all coexists. Personally, what can we do? Come together. Get over ourselves. Start communing as a humanity, a co-collective. You know, start believing in what we're capable of as a humanity. You know, it's not just about shouting our mouths off and being keyboard warriors and all of that. It's so much more than that. To eradicate violence in this world requires we eradicate violence from within ourselves. It's as simple as that. We are all violent. We've all been violent. We all are violent. You know, people don't like to see themselves in that way, but it is true. And it's about opening our hearts to compassion. It's about recognizing that we all play a role in one way or another. You know, collective prayer is another thing that we can actually do. Imagine if the whole world came together in a prayer for peace. I have worked with small groups, just with hundreds of people, maybe about 600 women in that group. And they've all prayed together for one cause, for different people at different stages. Illnesses have been cured. You know, people's lives have changed. Relationship ruptures have healed. And that was all through collective prayer of just one community of women where there's about 600 women in that space. Imagine a whole humanity getting together. I don't care what God you pray to, what faith you hold in your heart, how you pray. But if we all came together and we became a unified prayer for peace here on this planet, if we remembered the power of our divinity, the power of our soul, the power of our light, and we switched it all the way up, all the way on, then yeah, I believe we could have miracles on this planet where we would actually see peace descend upon the earth. And I may be naive in that, but I'd rather be naive and have rose-tinted glasses and believe in the power of prayer and in the power of peace and in the power of humanity than have a heart fueled by rage and hatred. Because to me, that's just adding fuel to the fire that's already been lit. Some of us are here to protest, to advocate. Some of us are here to hold the flame of hope. Some of us are here to add peace to what is chaotic. Some of us are here to speak up. Some of us are here to die for what is right. Some of us are here to mirror back the shadows of humanity. Even though we are all separate human beings in our own form, in our own life, in our own existence, we are all one also. And what affects one affects the other. And anyone who believes that this war in Gaza, that what happens to these children is not harming us, harming our hearts, our souls, our psyche, collective field, is in denial, in my view. And we are protected and we are held and we are supported. And I don't know if that answers your question. I feel it's too big a question for me to answer. I'm not God, I am just a human being. I am humbled by life, by people, by humanity continuously. I'm humbled by my own grief, my own pain. And I cannot think about them without meeting the fullness of the grief in my heart for those people, because for me, they're not separate to me. They're as much my brother and sister as my blood brother and sister, and what happens to one happens to all. So, I don't know if that helps, but that's my answer. So, I am complete. There is no more questions that I can see. And I hope that you let me know how you find this. I have one more question. Someone close. Are they ready for the journey? Okay, someone close. Are they ready for the journey? I'm going to actually answer that question for Sonia before I finish. Any other questions that come up after I share this video, I will answer next week. So Sonia, someone close, are they ready for the journey? The angels are inspiring loving relationships. This person needs love. This person needs compassion. This person needs connection. They're ready for the journey. They're ready to connect. They're ready to receive love. They're ready to meet themselves with a level of compassion that they haven't before. So yeah, if this person can be met with the level of love and compassion and connection that they need, then they will be able to embark on this journey. So that is my answer. I'm gonna let you all go. I hope you've watched it to the end. I would love to know your thoughts, your feelings. What moved? What moved for you when you listened to your answer, to your question, and to anything that I shared here?